I'm gonna tell you guys what happened with the hummus. All right, it was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna start from the beginning. All right, so yesterday I got off work and Dom was off. It was Wednesday, you guys know, and she was supposed to go do something and I was supposed to stream. Then we got a call that there was like a birthday party with a really good close friend of ours, and I was probably gonna go do that for a little bit and then come home. Well, while she's downstairs getting ready, she gets a call like, hey, it's on Thursday, it's not today, like, why are you trying to you're coming over too early, like, chill. And so we ended up kicking it for a little bit, and then she's like, I'm kind of hungry, so I'm going downstairs and make something. You want anything? I said, no, I still got the salad from yesterday. Right, I still have the salad from yesterday. I know it's leftover, but whatever, I'll be fine. I'll toss some salad dressing on it. And we go downstairs. She makes like tofu with teriyaki sauce, broccoli, and rice. All right, I'm eating my salad. I'm just grabbing on my salad. I ate a few grapes after that, and I'm good. I'm just chilling. She's like, you want any of this? I was like, that sounds terrible, but yes, I will try it, like a schmidgety bit. Like, just give me like a little bit. And literally, she gave me a little bit, like bare minimum. And I ate it. We took a nap on the couch watching like Family Guy or something. And I wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm a little hungry. I gotta do the laundry. I gotta toss the laundry in the dryer, start the other one. So I break out this hummus that we tried back, what, like 2-3 weeks ago when I said I was gonna try hummus. And I checked it, it didn't expire until like October, like late October or something like that. And this one was Chipotle made, or it had a Chipotle taste to it. So I was like, all right, I'll try that. And I eat it. I eat some with the same like low carb pretzels or whatever. And low carb pretzels, I eat it and I'm good to go. I'm chilling. So the dryer stops. So I go and I start folding. No, I don't start folding laundry yet. I run out. There's literally like a little tiny corner of that one left. That looked terrible. But it's like a little tiny corner of that. Right? So I throw that away. And I grabbed the new one that Dom bought, which was spicy red pepper or something like that. It almost looked exactly the same as Chipotle one, but I was like, yeah, whatever, let me try it. So I started eating it, and immediately I started like getting hot, and I'm like, oof, this is some spicy shit. Oh man, this is spicy, right? I'm like, whatever. Put the lid on it. I had enough. I put it in the fridge. I'm like, I'm good. And then I go to the laundry. I start folding the laundry, and I start like getting itchy. I start getting super itchy. I'm folding. And I'm like, man, what's going on, dude? So I go and I sit on the couch. I'm like, oh God, it's really hot. So I cut the fan on. I'm like, God, it's hot in here. Oh, but I am itchy. Am I a crackhead? What's wrong with me? Like, take some bad medicine? Like, what is wrong with me? So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. So I go to the bathroom, right? And this is probably like 20 minutes later. I go to the bathroom and I'm like, I'm gonna all right, I'm good. But I definitely need some Benadryl. Like, I should not be itching this much, right? So we have what Jerry Seinfeld calls the medicine you'll never take again. Because you take it again, if you're ever going to take it again, you'll have it by the sink or by like a cup that you're actually going to take it with, right? So I'm like frantically looking for Benadryl. I find something. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. And I'm like, and Dom wakes up because I'm like frantically looking, like making a bunch of noise, right? And she like wakes up like, you okay? I'm like, no, I don't know what's wrong. I need some Benadryl or something. And she's like, okay, let me get my stuff. I was like, all right, let me toss on some clothes, because I was walking around in like a beater and underwear or something like that. And I go upstairs, I toss on some clothes, and on the way there, I'm like trying to sip this water, and it's like legal torture for it to go down, right? Like I cannot get it down. I'm like, ugh. And I'm breathing heavy. I'm like looking around like, am I gonna die? Like, is this how I go out to hummus? Hummus is what's gonna kill me? I think in my head, I started panicking. Like, I literally started panicking. And so she's getting ready to turn into Walgreens, right? And before she turns into Walgreens, I'm like, just take me to the hospital. Like, I don't think that medicine's gonna react fast enough. And she's like, all right. So instead of flipping, you know, doing a U-turn right there, she goes all the way to the next light and then takes a left. I'm like, why didn't you just do a U-turn back there? And I'm still in a panic, so I'm like, why didn't you just turn back there? And she's freaking out. You guys know Dom, so she's freaking out. She's like, she wasn't putting words together. And so she turns into Walgreens parking lot, turns back out, gets us to the highway, and it seems like we're catching every light at this point, right? She's trying to get us to the highway. It seems like she's catching every light, and I'm like, oh my god. Whew. Whew. I'm sitting there, and I'm like breathing hard, like just deep breaths. Just breathe through your nose, so you don't have to try to breathe through your mouth. Maybe your throat isn't locking up, or not locking up, but swelling up right now. You'll be fine. Just keep breathing through your nose. So I'm breathing through my nose, and we get on the highway. We got to get on another highway to go to the hospital, and there's this truck in front of her, and he is driving like there is literally nowhere he needs to be. And maybe there wasn't, who knows, but I feel like I'm dying and he needs to effing move like right now. So I said, put your hazard lights on and go around. No, I said, put your signal on and go around. This is like, put your signal on, go around, right? So she puts her signal on, she goes around, and then she takes the exit, and we're coming up, and there's 2 lanes, so you have to make the second left to get there. And she's in a lane with cars in it, and the other lane where you can go straight and then take a left is empty, and light's red. I said, get in the next lane, put your signal or put your hazards on, look to see if it's clear, and go through this light. Like, I do not want to die to hummus. Like, I'm in a panic because I'm convinced I am going to die before I make it to this hospital. Because I literally was having the worst, like, my chest felt like, you ever wring out a washcloth? Like, you know, you guys are just like, water, come out, I hate you. That's what my chest felt like. I was like, oh my God, like, that's not normal. And I'm like still breathing super hard and it's super thin. I'm not getting enough air. So she looks around, she's like, is it clear? I was like, clear, go. Like, go. And she goes through. Luckily, the next light, the next light is green. So she turns into there, and then she turns in, and the hospital's like literally like right up, like a block away from that turn. So she turns in. I'm like, just drop me off here, and I'll go in. I go in, and like it's super bright in there, and I'm like very like nauseous, and I'm like shaking, and I'm weak, and I'm looking around like, where do I go? And I see like the reception area. There's 2 people sitting there, right? One lady who initially I thought to myself, if I die, I hope they sue you because of what you just said to me. So there's 2 people sitting there. One family's on the left checking in, and this lady's on the right, and she's just sitting there. And I get up to her, and I'm like shaking, like out of breath. I was like, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Like, actually think I'm having an allergic reaction. I can't breathe. My chest hurts. She's like, oh, well, you got to wait in line. And I was like, are you kidding me? I said, don't flip out. If you flip out, you might not be able to breathe more. Like, your heart rate's going to rise. You just want to stay as calm as possible. So, and that's why I said, if I die to this hummus, like, I want her sued immediately. Like, I was like, did she just tell me to wait in line? Like, does that computer you're sitting in front of doesn't work? So there's only one family in line, so I get behind them, right? And I start talking to the girl, and I hand her my military ID. I hand her my military ID, but it doesn't have like my address on it. And as I hand it to her, like, I look like Michael J. Fox, like trying to hand her the ID, and I'm like shaking, my legs are weak. I was like, I'm gonna pass out right here, like I'm not gonna make it. And then I'm like frantically looking through my wallet for my driver's license, which has my address on it. So I finally get it to her, and I was like, I can't breathe very well. My chest is hurting. I believe I'm having an allergic reaction. So she gets me checked in. I tell her like I'm insured through the Air Force or whatever. I get my band, and I get like a red like allergy band. They said, sit down, we'll be with you. Like, you'll be next. So we sit down. By this time, Dom's in there. And, you know, they make you sign, like, consent forms and all this other stuff, right? Like, so my signature's not bad. Like, you can make out what I'm, you know, trying to, you know, portray my name as. And when I go to sign the first one, it's literally like, and I like almost fall off while I'm trying to do it. So Dom was like, "Can I just sign for him? I'm his wife." And she's like, "Yeah, that's fine, that's fine." So she signs all the stuff. We sit down. Then they come and get me. And then this is like where me just being me and thinking to myself, well, if I do die to hummus, I at least want to go out laughing about it. So the girl watches me walk in, and I'm not like hunchback or anything, but I walk in. She goes, "How tall are you? How much do you weigh?" I was like, I'm 6'5", 265 or something like that, like something along those lines. And she starts writing it, and Dom over here throwing shade. She goes, "What? No, that's not right. He's 5'7". I was like 5'8". And they just lose it. They start cracking up. But then immediately after that, I immediately started hating that girl because I don't like needles, right? I don't like needles going into my arm. And I'll get tattoos all day, but I don't like needles going in. So like numbing needles for dental work or any of the IVs, hate it, right? Well, she keeps missing my vein. She keeps missing my vein. She literally pokes me like 3 times, and I am about to flip out. But then she calls another girl over. The girl was like, "Oh, you're just to the side of it." So she gets it in, but the whole time, like, it's hurting. They give me, they start giving me an IV. They give me like some Benadryl, like a steroid to keep my throat open, and something else. And that's when they put me in that room, and you guys saw the picture on Twitter. But yeah, it was real scary there for a while, man. And I was just like, what the just happened? Like, I could not believe any of that happened. I was so shocked, just because like I know I'm allergic to tree nuts, so I actively avoid those. We were at the sushi place, and I was like, "Are there tree nuts in that sushi?" And Dom's like, "What? No, there's rice, sesame seeds, seaweed, and fish. What do you mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can never be too safe, you know?" I do have an EpiPen, but this is the worst thing about, because I've had an EpiPen since I found out I was allergic to all this stuff. So we take Dom's car, because obviously I can't drive. I have an EpiPen in my car for situations like this, but we were just going to get some Benadryl. It didn't feel that bad when we left, right? And I swear I gave Dom an EpiPen to keep in her purse. She doesn't bring her purse. She just brought her wallet and her keys. She didn't have her phone. She had plenty of time to grab all that stuff because I wouldn't put clothes on. I don't know if she was panicking. She did just halfway wake, or she was halfway, like, just waking up. But she doesn't have any of that stuff. So I couldn't EpiPen myself. And which I actually got some new EpiPens today. So the EpiPens, the 2 that I have, were not within arm's reach. So it was absolutely insane. But we probably should have taken my car, considering that it's faster. Just because it's smaller. Dom has a bigger engine and more horsepower in hers. But so that was how I ended up in the hospital almost dying to hummus, guys. That was that. Absolutely mind blown that happened.